Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's CWG. Lauren, do you want to go to the next slide? We have a pretty short agenda today, but we will begin with welcome and introductions. I'm going to pull up the list of attendees that I see and read off the names that I see. If I miss anyone, please let me know. I'm Kirsten Yucatel from SANDAG. Also with us from SANDAG are Lauren Lee, Keith Greer, and Richard Radcliffe. We also have Brent Burge from Caltrans, Emma Majancalda from Caltrans, Erica Espinoza-Araiza from Caltrans, Erica Vaca from Caltrans, Karishma Becca from Caltrans, Madeline Matson from the County of San Diego, Michelle Giron from the Port of San Diego, Nick Cormier from APCD, and Vike Renga also from Caltrans. Have I missed anyone? Okay, hearing none, we will move on to public comments. I don't believe there are any members of the public with us today, but we are not a Brown Act body, but we do welcome members of the public. So I'll just pause for a moment in case I'm incorrect and there is someone who'd like to comment. But hearing none, we'll move on to member comments. I will start with an announcement. First, I just want to thank everyone for reviewing and for the comments we did receive on the draft conformity determination for the 2023 RTIP Amendment number 13 and redetermination of conformity for the 2021 Regional Plan Amendment. We are going to release that for public comment this week as we proceed to finalize that amendment and finding. I believe that Richard also has an announcement, and then we'll turn it to anyone else who wants, who has a comment or an announcement.
Thanks, Kirsten. Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly update the group that we currently have a draft RTIP amendment out for public comment. It's posted on the public notices page of the SANDAG website. It's Amendment 11 to the 23 RTIP, which is being processed to accommodate the annual Regional Transit Capital Improvement Program. And we are planning to share the project list with the CWG following today's meeting. The public comment period closes on May 16th. So if we can get any comments or questions before then, that would be great.
Thank you, Richard. Any other member announcements or comments? Oh, Erica, do you want?
Yeah, hi.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I guess just a follow-up question for that amendment. Is that one requiring a new regional conformity determination, or is it or does it not?
Are you you're referring to the Transit Capital Improvement Amendment?
Yeah, you said just oh, sorry, I thought it was a TIP amendment. I'm sorry, I misheard that then.
It is a TIP amendment. It's it doesn't require you know, a conformity redetermination or anything. Okay. It's basically an amendment that we do annually to allow NCTD and MTS to submit FTA funding applications.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Just want to make sure. Thank you.
Any other comments, announcements? Okay, seeing none, I'll say the meeting minutes were sent out with the agenda for this meeting. If you see anything that is erroneous or any omitted attendees, please let me know. And then Lauren, will you go to the next slide? We will move on to our agenda for today. So we only have one agenda item today. It's completion of the interagency consultation on the 2025 RTIP, which we began at our previous meeting. Next slide, please. So at the last meeting, we consulted on the 2025 RTIP schedule, the public participation plan, and the financial assumptions. So today we are bringing this group the emission model and emission budgets, the ABM model details, the regional growth forecast details, the transportation control measures, and the project list and exempt project list. So I'm going to begin and then turn it over to Richard when we get to the project list, and he will go through those details. Next slide, please. Most of this will be pretty familiar because it's the same criteria that we used in our previous consultation on the 23 RTIP Amendment number 13 and redetermination for the amendment to the 2021 plan. But for the 2025 RTIP, we'll be using MFAC 17. The applicable budgets with the 2008 ozone and 2015 ozone standards under the 2020 SIP. Next slide, please. We will be modeling for 26, 29, 32, 40, and 50 for those were our SIP analysis years and the budgets for the 2008 and 2015 standards. Next slide, please. We're going to be using ABM2+. This is the most current model we have at this point in time. This is the same version of ABM2+ that we used for the amendment to the 2021 regional plan and the amendment number 13 to the 2023 RTIP. Next slide, please. And similarly, we'll be using the Series 14 Regional Growth Forecast, which is, again, the same criteria used for the previous conformity findings. Next slide, please. I should mention that that does have a 2016 baseline because it is not yet our new Series 15 forecast, which is what we will be using for the 2025 plan. The transportation control measures, which were identified in the 1982 SIP, which have been fully implemented in San Diego, but which we continue to fund. These are ride sharing, transit improvements, traffic flow improvements, bike facilities and programs. These continue to be funded in the 2025 RTIP. And I know that was pretty fast. I feel like these are kind of old hat now because we've come with the previous conformity determinations, but I do want to pause. I know this group has reviewed these before to just see if there are any questions or comments before moving on to the project list. Okay, well then I will turn it over to Richard to review the project list and exempt project list. You want to go to the next slide, Lauren? Thank you.
Perfect. So thanks, Kirsten. Today we are reviewing the draft project list for the 2025 RTIP. The project list was provided to the CWG as part of today's agenda for your review and discussion today. We've shared multiple configurations of the draft project listings to hopefully try to make it a little easier to review. We're open to feedback on which of the configurations of the listings you prefer. We've provided you with 2025 RTIP capacity increasing projects, 25 RTIP non-capacity increasing or exempt projects, 2025 RTIP projects that are non-carryover projects, 2025 RTIP projects, or sorry, exempt projects only, and then 2025 RTIP listing of new exempt projects only. We're seeking feedback on the projects, particularly the exempt categories for the new exempt projects and the other exempt projects. As for a count of the projects in the 25 RTIP, we currently have 407 projects with 52 capacity increasing projects, 355 exempt projects, 14 new projects, which include 3 new capacity increasing projects and 11 new exempt projects. There's 116 projects that are being marked as completed, deleted, or delayed, and these will remain in the 2023 RTIP. SANDAG has reviewed the projects for consistency and will be allowing changes to funding, but not to the conformity information prior to the release of the draft 2025 RTIP in July. If you have any comments following today's meeting, we ask that you please try to submit them to myself or to Kirsten by around May 10th. I apologize for the tight time frame, but this will allow us to incorporate any feedback we receive. And then at that time, we will begin the coding and model runs, which are anticipated to be completed by mid-May. The draft conformity analysis is expected to be distributed for a 30-day review and comment period between May 17th and June 17th. And this will be discussed at the CWG meeting on, I believe, June 5th. If you want to go to the next slide. Thank you. SANDAG is scheduled to present the draft 2025 RTIP along with its draft conformity determination to the Transportation Committee on July 19th, and then to the SANDAG board on July 26th, where they will be asked to also release the draft 2025 RTIP, including the full 2025 RTIP document for public comment. And then the draft 2025 RTIP will be distributed for a 30-day public comment period that will conclude on August 26th. And then the final 25 RTIP will be presented to the SANDAG board for their adoption and approval on September 27th, 2024. And that's all I have. That concludes my report. I'm happy to take any questions.
This is like speed dating CWG this morning. Any questions or, oh, I'm sorry. Richard, you have a question in the chat. Can you please confirm again the amendment currently available for public review is 2311?
Yes. And I'm in the process of finalizing the Caltrans financial summary template, and I'm expecting to get that stuff over to you guys today.
Okay, if I may ask, usually as a FTIP coordinator, I get an email when this is going through the public review. Did I miss the email when you put it into the public review time?
No, I was waiting for, I apologize for that. There was a little bit of a timing mismatch. I was coordinating with our website team to make sure that it was actually posted and available before I sent that to you. So we had a weekend with our flex day on Monday, so I apologize, but I will be sending that email out today, announcing that, and I will include that will include the financial summary template, the Caltrans version, and the link to the posting on the website.
Okay, perfect. I was wondering, did I miss that email? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Didn't miss it yet.
Nesamani has joined us and has his hand up.
Yeah, hey, thanks. It's nothing. It's just a clarification question. Just want to check. I saw the 52 projects, like capacity increasing projects. Those were all in the previous RTP as well, right? It's just a continuation, if I understand. I just want to double check, make sure that I understand.
Yes, yeah, most of those there were 3 new projects. I believe the 3 new capacity increasing projects, they were in the city of Chula Vista. So I'd have to look for more detail on those if you wanted to drill down a little more. But the other 49 are basically just being carried over from the previous tip.
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's all. I just want to make sure that I understand that correctly. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And Richard had already mentioned this, but we did something slightly different this time. The projects have been presented in various configurations in the hopes that that might make it easier for you to review rather than getting one long list. But we would welcome any feedback on that, how helpful that is, if there is a way of sharing this information with you that expedites your review and just makes it more user-friendly.
Yeah, I think previously we've provided a list of a list of all the capacity increasing projects on one PDF and then another PDF with all the exempt projects. So I felt like maybe breaking it out a little more than that by showing, exempt projects only on one, like the new exempt only, and then the non-capacity or the capacity increasing separately. But we're open to feedback. Any thoughts, suggestions?
Any other questions or comments? All right, I almost feel guilty, like this is a record meeting. Our next meeting will be June 5th. And as Richard said, the expectation is that we will have already sent you You will have had a chance to review the draft conformity finding for the 25 RTIP. Again, if you can get feedback on the new projects back to Richard or to myself by the 10th, that will be very helpful for staying on schedule. And of course, if any other questions or concerns come up, please reach out, let me know. We will be posting this link to the meeting, the recording, once we have it on our website, and I will send out an email to the usual email list, letting you know in case anyone wants to refer back to it. And any other comments before we adjourn? Okay, well, thank you very much. We will see you again in June. And again, please reach out if you need any information or have comments for us on the 25 RTIP in particular. Thank you so much.
Thank you.